Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Hey guys, hello and welcome back to the Lonely Boy Hour, the only podcast that shocks the hosts themselves every episode with something wild and crazy. I am your lovely host, Kelvin, aka the Noodle Doodler, and I am joined with the host who is the host, has always been the host, and we would never change, Zoe.
Hi everybody, it's me, Trash. I almost just spit my water all over my computer.
That's good. I like to start every episode with destroying your equipment, just so we have it's. I literally just said, let me bump this intro out, and Zoe did not expect me to start singing.
Nope, not at all.
But guys, guess what? It is our 1 year anniversary. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah. The amount of sound effects I'm going to put in that in post, you have no idea.
I love it.
There's going to be fireworks, planes flying over. It's going to be a real audio experience.
I love it.
But guys, as of May 20th, which will be Wednesday, if you're listening to this on release date, we will have been here for an entire year.
It's crazy.
It's wild. And for the record, the entire, that day is the entire reason the podcast is on Mondays. Fun fact of the day. Because in the first episode, I actually set our own deadline by making a holiday in the episode. And we held on to that episode for a month before we released it. Yes. And I was like, I have to release it on May 20th. It's the only thing I can do. This is the last Have You Ever. And it's, have you ever invented your own holiday?
Invented my own holiday? No, I don't think I have. I don't think that's something I ever did. As a kid. Have you?
So I haven't either, but I'm gonna create one right now.
Right now? Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna make it soon. May 20th, and this is basically just something I need to try. Is National Wear Pants All Day Day.
Wear pants all day. Well, see, I already did that. It should be wear pants or don't wear pants all day, depending on what normally do.
Yeah. Okay. Wear pants or don't day. Where you just all day have to either wear pants or don't put pants on at all. May 20th, I said?
May 20th? Okay, I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
So anyway, guys, we're going to be real nostalgic. We got a nostalgic in episode 10, I think. But we're going to get real nostalgic this episode. Don't hold on to your hats, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Grab your hat. Zoe, hold on.
I don't have a hat, though.
Zoe, go buy a hat.
I'll just use Chuck as a hat.
Zoe, go buy a hat.
Okay. I'll go out into the Rona and buy a hat.
There's just a 30-minute pause where you hear you leave the room. We hear a car start outside, and I'm not even I'm not even talking. I'm just acting like I'm gonna cut it out, but I'm not. So you can hear me playing Breath of the Wild in the background in another room.
It's just a Twitch stream where one of us goes to the store. Yeah. That's all it is.
Oh, jeez.
So 1 year, but not 12 episodes.
It wouldn't be 12 episodes. It would be 21, my friend.
21.
No, wait, let's see.
12 times 12 is, or 12 plus 12 is 24.
Why are you getting 12 plus 12?
Monday, there's 12 months in a year. Mm-hmm. We release every other Monday. So that's 2 Mondays a month. So that's 24 episodes.
It'd be easier to go. There are 52 weeks in a year. We do every other week. So that's 26 episodes, dog.
I think that we both just have different opinions on how to calculate time.
Well, yeah, because yours is more imprecise.
And?
There are 52 weeks in a year. If we release one every other week, then that's 26 episodes.
But are you doing date to date for podcast release, or are you doing like first Monday of the month, or you know what I'm saying, like
what are you are you already high? What's going on?
No, I fucking wish I was though. Is my listen, I just woke up a half an hour ago.
Okay.
My brain
to be fair, I woke up 2 hours ago, so I'm feeling spry. I'm feeling fresh. I was ready for this day. I woke up. I took a shower. I put some pants on. I took my dog out. I immediately took my pants back off when I got back in. Because listen, it is almost wear pants or don't day, and you best believe I will not be wearing pants.
Oh, I will. No, you're supposed to wear pants, Calvin.
Or you're supposed to not. Oh, that's we're supposed to switch it.
We're supposed to switch it. How can you forget our own holiday?
Look forward to those pictures on our Instagram. We don't have an Instagram for this.
I have an Instagram.
For this show.
Oh, no. I don't have enough pictures. I don't like my face on things enough to take pictures.
Well, I mean, if it's wear pants or don't day, I guess you don't really need to show your face, Zoe. No, do you?
Oh, you right. You're not wrong.
A well-placed photo of your knee.
Get those tasteful calf pics in there.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if I don't think our followage can handle that. Those thigh pics.
A very, very close-up photo of those podcasting birthing hips.
Oh yes, yeah, just like one hip bone.
Yeah, just the bone, nothing else. So Zoe, I wanted to ask you a simple question, which is, what is your favorite running joke from the podcast? Because we have like 300 of them.
My favorite is that we don't tell guests that there's an ASMR section, and then just make them do the ASMR in that moment.
Everyone really does it. No one has told us no.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, because if they were like, I'm not comfortable with this, I would cut it out. We wouldn't even mention it.
Yeah.
But they're always like, yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, what's up? It's me, your boy.
No. Get out. It's me.
Introducing the world's most soon ASMR section in any episode. Yes. One of these days, we need to do the entire intro in ASMR.
Can we just do an entire episode in ASMR?
That could be a bonus episode.
I love that. I think they would love that. Deadpool, we got you.
Yeah, we need to make more bonus episodes. We're like 2 months behind, by the way.
You know, it happens.
So, yeah, listen, life is crazy, and so is Zoe, so it's been wild.
Always chaos.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, this has been the ASMR section. We do have a podcast to do, so we're gonna back up.
Wait. I'm gonna try something.
Oh, try.
That sounded terrible.
Zoe, what was that?
It was supposed to be book pages, but it doesn't sound like that.
Book pages.
Yeah, I know. Who reads anymore?
But actually, that's false. More people read now than at any point in history.
That's true.
But who reads these days? Yuck.
Who picks up books? Great.
Yeah, that was such a weird thought to me until I realized, oh wait, you can like download any book ever in like a second.
Right.
And also, more people can read now than really any other point in history.
I know. We're becoming more intelligent but stupider every day.
Stupider.
So I answered the question. Well, what's your favorite running joke on the podcast?
So I think my favorite part would have to be just the fucking intros, because they're so fun. I think about them all week. Like every time we have one come, I'm like, what do I do? And it's never good. It's never once have I been proud of an intro. Hello, all you lonely boys out there, and welcome to the Lonely Boy Hour, the podcast for when you're feeling sad and lonely, or just sad or lonely, or neither. The only podcast made by cringe for cringe. The only podcast with mandatory meandering. The only podcast that doesn't plan their intros. The only podcast that podcasts only the... I've been thinking about singing that song I sung at the beginning for like a month. That's been on my mind.
I imagine you just sleeping peacefully on your bed next to your partner, and then in the middle of the night you just jerk forward and you go, oh, that would be a great opener.
Just like that.
Yes.
It would be delicious.
You say it just like that. You go, oh. And then you just write it down, and then you forget about it.
Oh, yes. You nailed it. You got it.
What's your least favorite joke on the podcast? Running joke.
The fact that I can't say the name of another podcast on this show. Cool.
It is my least favorite. It is my least favorite running joke. But I will.
And you're the one holding it up.
You know what? It is a permanent fixture.
I have tried to find like some solutions. Like I'm thinking about recommending podcasts in the bonus episode every week, like every month, of just, okay, this is my podcast recommendation since we can talk about it here.
I mean, I think that it's important for us to stay elitist and pretend that there's no one else around. You know?
Yeah, we
gotta
won the
keep that-
podcast war.
Right.
Ignore that we have that you have a podcast in the works, I have a podcast in the works, and then we have a podcast in the works.
Well, see, we are the start of podcasts. That's why we're creating the network. We want to bring podcasts to the world because obviously no one's experienced them unless they know our podcast.
Yeah.
It's such a dumb joke. It's such a dumb running gag.
I hate it. It's great, but I hate it.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Good job.
I lost it instantly.
So, another good one would be, what if you had to sum the podcast up with one bit we've done, what would it be? If you were to be like, this is what the podcast is, what bit would it be?
That's a hard no. I always go back to the eHarmony episode.
That is like a solid choice. I found the perfect moment. It was like Connor was like talking about cosplayers and he was making a joke. He's like, no, they gotta go. Or, and I was like, I could work the Jew. Connor, how do you feel about the Jews? No, they gotta go. Like, and it would have just been, it would have been the perfect way to get people to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, I am 100% waiting for people to take audio clips out of context. It's not hard to do. And as we get more people, it's going to happen.
Time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I told you this, but I have a hard time keeping my mouth shut.
Oh, yeah.
About things I'm passionate about, you know.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
I can't even tell you all the racist things I've edited out from Zoe.
But
She does. She'll work it into conversation like you wouldn't believe.
people at the live show got to experience that.
Oh yeah, people got to see the. I don't want to make it sound like you can subscribe to our Patreon to hear us be racist. Actually, I don't want that to be something that sounds like this is a joke, people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everything in there pretty much embodies everything the show is. Chaos, unpreparedness. The only thing it's missing is a guest. But I can't think of any of the other episodes with a guest that had the same feeling, because that's what I feel is like essence of this podcast. We just didn't have a guest.
Oh yeah, like that was podcast. You're trying to say is this podcast shouldn't have guests, but we're gonna get them anyway.
Exactly.
I don't know. For me, I think it would have to be. I had one and I immediately lost it.
I got a better one.
Oh, you got a better one? Better than whatever I was about to say?
What episode was it? I'm terrible with the numbers. The episode that we had Taco and Johnny on.
The one that was Lost episode 2.
Yeah, the lost episode. They'll never know it.
What was your favorite joke on it?
Oh, fuck. You really tested my memory at 11:30 in the morning.
I'm gonna pull it up. People are gonna get an exclusive look into that episode, but with me, just instead of me talking, it's gonna be hostile winds whenever I'm speaking.
I think us trying to end that episode.
Oh,
the ending
I think
of
that
it
was the
was
taco episode where it was difficult to end.
Was it Taco's episode? It was the episode with Taco. I couldn't remember if Johnny was there too, but we didn't want to finish it. We just kept arguing about not finishing it.
Let me rephrase that. I wanted to finish it.
Well, right.
are we gonna do our song?
Oh yeah, let's do our song recommendations. Now that
did we
Taco Show?
Did we plug the Gmail?
No, actually, if you'd like to send us pictures of your snake with baby arms, you could do so by sending us
skink.
Send it to lonelyboyhour@gmail.com. This is the most
energy at the beginning.
Just
This is
Gmail.
chaotic.
Just gmail.com.
chaotic energy at the end.
So good.
To sleep at time.
Anyway, I'd like to recommend the song "Good Things Fall Apart" by John Bellion and Illenium. Just John Bellion. I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's Illenium.
Thank you. Illenium. Don't worry about me.
We're falling apart.
Cool.
This is
Aluminium.
the end.
Shut your
It's
door,
not
mouth.
a can in Australia.
Anywhere. I can anywhere but America.
Oh, that's right. You're not from here, right?
I'm from England, you
Oh,
bastard.
You're a tea drinking foreign boy.
from here.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
my song request. My song
I'll consider it.
my
We might play it. What is it? I'll look it up right now. I got you.
My song recommendation is "Crash" by Whit Lowry. Magos, if you're listening to this, that's for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him to listen. I'm gonna tell him.
You're gonna tell him?
He's gonna listen.
Is he?
Lisa will too. Lisa, I love you.
Lisa, if you're listening, what's up? What's up? Who's playing it right now? We're gonna get this podcast taken down.
It was too quiet. It's fine.
I'm gonna have to silence that now.
Nah, it's 2 seconds. Just leave it. It's 2
No.
seconds. It's fine.
It needs to be at least 15 seconds for a copyright claim. We're fine. That's not how copyright law works at all.
Oh no.
What's your song recommendation, Taco?
Oh my god. My song recommendation is the song that I tell people in my streams when they ask me for my favorite song because I like to seem sophisticated.
Okay.
It's Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence by Ryuichi, or I don't know, he's got a very complicated last name. It's off the album 1996, last name Sakamoto.
Okay, and if you guys like any of the songs, if you guys are curious about any songs we've just talked about, we do have a Spotify playlist with every song that is option. Just type in the Lonely Boy playlist, and it does pop up. I have confirmed.
Yeah. And I listen to it all the time when I'm doing dishes.
Oh yeah,
so.
it's good. It's a solid playlist.
It's good.
It's chaotic.
It's
about as chaotic as this
chaotic
ending is.
energy. Yes.
I need more of this.
You got sad songs, you got rock songs, you got an odd country song in there. It's good. It's solid.
Just the one that I think was recommended by Short Stuff. Like,
yeah.
just the country
I'm just
song.
waiting for the moment I can recommend a lo-fi, and then it totally throws everything off.
It's on. Anyway, thank you guys all for listening, and make sure you get yourself tested.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Have fun, be safe, don't die.
I wanted to end the episode. So, I don't know. Like, I think one of the moments that most shows what this podcast is all about is any given moment in Johnny's episode where I realized that I swore.
Yep.
Because I was trying my best. I'm losing my voice as I speak. There we go. Back to podcast. That was the horriblest sound that I might keep in.
Well, it's uncut.
Listen, we're uncut, unchained. We're very cut and very chained.
We are very cut.
Yeah, I cut a lot of dumb, like, just background noises and dumb shit out of the podcast. The amount of coughs that I have cut out that are just my coughs.
I know, you cough a lot. You got the Rona?
No, my family smoked around me when I was a kid.
Oh, me too. I feel that. I just clear my throat a lot instead.
I will record every episode going forth while eating a cough drop.
I'm always eating during the recordings, to be honest. Like, I've got a bagel next to me right now.
I ate a handful of the bottom of the bowl of popcorn I had last night, and I drank some water, and now I'm ready to cast.
What a nutritious breakfast. All right, back to what we were talking about.
Oh, we were doing a show. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, for all of you who thought that we act different when we're off the mic, we are only just like a little more emotional. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, there was a moment, I want to say like 5 episodes ago after the recording, where I was just full sincerity, nothing to do with anything we were talking about. I was just like, Zoe, I love you. Like,
I know.
And it was so heartfelt, where I realized that I have I want to be careful. I don't want to create a ship here. I don't want people getting the wrong idea. But like, just that moment where I was like, I have the best co-host, even if she is the worst co-host.
Calvin, I love you.
Oh.
And also, I don't think you have to worry about ships, because at least the people who are fans of Babe will fight you.
Yes, the Babyans, if you will.
Yes, the Babyans.
Yes. Sound off in the comments all of our Babyans, our Babinos, if you will.
Babinos.
Our Babinos. This is hashtag Babinos to get Babe on the podcast. Just if enough people comment hashtag Babinos, we will get Babe on the podcast. I can't make that promise, but I'm gonna say it anyway. For legal reasons, maybe not, but.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm half certain that Babe is just in denial that you even do a podcast.
See, the thing is sometimes I believe that, and then sometimes she talks about how she listens to it. So
Does she listen to the podcast?
She does. She does listen to the podcast. Because do you remember I think it was either the first or second episode we ever recorded, and we talked about Babe's cooking, and I talked about the one meal that she made that I didn't like. I'm not going to name it because every time I talk about it, it triggers her. But
you're not going to put that in the post, right?
No, go ahead, put it in post, but I won't say it now. I've learned my lesson. 2020 Trash has learned the lesson. But I remember when she came home, she was like, I listened to your podcast. And I was like, oh no. She's like, you didn't like that? And I was like, I'm sorry. I can't like all your cooking.
Oh, this is why you can't spill the tea on the podcast, Zoe.
I know. It's hard though. It's hard. I feel so comfortable with you, Kelvin.
Keep that tea secured in your hands. I love that. That you feel so comfortable around me means you're going to spill your guts to an audience of now thousands of people.
That's what makes a good podcast, though, right?
Yeah, listen. So, when did you first learn to love other people? And did you ever have doubts? If you could, just get real deep.
Let's see. I've always been really trusting of people, even when I was a baby. I don't know.
I just gotta I mentioned this in the previous episode, which you apparently did not listen to. I mentioned wanting to make a game show, which is like a quiz show, but all the questions are just like personal questions I have to make like that I have in a depressive fit. So it's like, all right, for 500 points, do you think you're better than me? So that's some of the bits you missed.
I think I think we should make that a thing, though. We should do an episode where we just do that.
I guess what I'm saying, Zoe, is do you think that you will ever be deserving of the love you get? Is I guess where I'm getting with this.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm a terrible person. I put on a nicer front usually, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm deceiving people. But it's fine. We all wear masks every day, and fuck it. You know what? I'm making money, so.
Yeah, that is the ENZG method.
Any of that was fucking sarcasm.
Anyway, now that we've gotten real and we've gotten deep, welcome back to our 1 year anniversary. Bow, bow, bow! Woo! Gah! We're here having a good time.
Get that sick, sappy, emotional shit out of here.
Listen, it's art.
Do you remember when we were answering personal questions? And I answered honestly instead of making a joke. What episode was that?
That was most of them.
That still haunts me to this day.
Yeah. So Gigi Pink asked us how we're planning to celebrate May 20th. I guess we've decided that I will be wearing pants and Zoe will not be wearing pants.
I will not be wearing pants. You know
to
what I'm going to
counteract the previous episode.
Do you want to know what I'm going to do with my pants?
What?
I'm going to hang them on my new porch.
Whoa!
And I'm going to put up a sign that says, Happy Pants or No Pants Day.
Yeah,
I'm doing all the shebangs. I'm going to convince Haley to do it with me too, as long as she doesn't go to work.
I want hashtag Pants or No Pants Day to be trending on everything.
I want it trending on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, fuck it, everywhere.
TikTok, Tumblr. The one we're actually on.
TikTok.
My cat just let out a meow.
Oh, my cat is sitting next to my desk looking at me wanting to get on the windowsill, so...
My cat has been attacking her own tail this entire recording. For the entire 20 or so minutes we've been recording, she has just been attacking her tail.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should do a lonely boy pet podcast, where it's just our pets on the show.
Yeah, we just record a bunch of their sounds and I'll just cut it together and post.
Yes.
I love that you just want this to be a shit post podcast.
That's all it is anyway. What do you mean? Look at the guests we've had on. Come on.
Yeah, which leads us directly into OSR Deadpool's question, which is who is our favorite guest we've had on?
You're going to have to go first with this one because I need a minute to think.
So I have been hurting that dirty taco this entire time by telling him that it was Kanoa Daddy, and I don't want to make it sound like it's like I don't love Taco. Taco was an amazing episode. Kanoa Daddy, I always say that he was my favorite guest because it was the most like structured of any chaos we had. Mm-hmm. There are episodes like Mr. Pillowsuit where the episode was so wildly structured and I loved it. And there was episodes like like Dat Dirty Taco were. It was so chaotic, so all over the place, and I loved it. Kanoa Daddy, in my opinion, is the episode that bridged in that perfect middle. Yeah. So the reason I talk about it is because it is accessible, because I love Taco. That episode is not the episode to watch first.
Yeah, so that's not the first one I recommend to people.
Yeah. I'd say Kanoa Daddy is the most accessible because it is chaotic, but it still has that, like, if you want like a good, serious but funny podcast, go to Mr. Pillowsuit. If you want absolute chaos, go to Dat Dirty Taco.
Yeah.
But Kanoa Daddy for me is that perfect center of jokes on theme.
Right. I think that for me, I think Metro Mike, I think Mike's episode gets close for me for that, but I think it's less accessible because we talk about sex.
Yeah, accessible.
Accessible.
What Merp said, it's got to be the guest from 2 and 5, which didn't age badly at all, which we've not officially addressed outside of commercial break. With the whole Connor Taz thing, which I think means we are officially the only TikTok news show at all.
I think so.
Finally, after what happened with Connor. The good news is we did go like 10 episodes without mentioning Connor, which apparently was a bad thing because things went downhill in those 10 episodes for old Connor boy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got very few DMs about that, which was good. I didn't get a lot of people.
Few comments when I went live recently about that, but I didn't get like live on TikTok, but I didn't get many DMs. It was more people like, "Hey, don't you?" And I'm like, "I'm not talking about this." I'm not talking about this. Okay.
I have gotten some people asking about my thoughts on the matter, and I've gotten some people who go, "Oh, aren't you like associated with him?" And I'm like, "Barely. Like, we didn't even talk to him since episode 5." Like,
I had some people ask me if we're going to take down the episode, and I said no.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. I think they were good episodes with apparently a bad person from what we know. Apparently a bad person,
right?
So like I wasn't going to take them down because I think they're funny, and I think I'm one of those people who think strongly that you should separate art from artist. There's a certain extent, but like I think. That episode with Connor was funny, even though Connor, we now know, is not a good person. To be fair, he had not done that yet at the time, but that doesn't make it okay. Like,
no, I agree. I think that it's important to look at content versus content creators in a lot of situations.
Yeah. And just quick context for anyone listening. Connor Taz, I'm not going to purport to be like I know all the facts, but the way I have understood it was that Connor released minors' nudes to make news about someone releasing minors' nudes. I don't know if I got that incorrect.
I think that, yes, that's the gist of what I've been understanding.
I'm sure it's more complex and nuanced, but as soon as he started to get called out, he deleted everything and he kind of disappeared.
Right.
Which definitely doesn't bode well. I don't know.
I think when you're in that kind of situation, whether you mean like whether or not you're doing these things with good or bad intentions, I think you have two choices. You either fight against what's being said to prove your innocence, which can end really badly, or you can
Daddy.
Yeah, or you can just disappear and go, okay, I fucked up, and that's that. Like I'm not going to try to fix this because it's going to.
This is done for me. Yeah.
Right. Rather than drawing more attention to it by denying it, you're just leaving it and just disappearing.
Yeah, which is interesting. I would have expected him just by his personality to be a fighting type.
Right.
And apparently he did a little bit. From what I saw, he argued a bit on Twitter before disappearing. But
right. Well, I think some of it comes down to too is like it's TikTok.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't want to say it's not YouTube. It's not Twitch, but it's not a money-making site for most people.
Yeah, you can just abandon it. To be fair, he did have a YouTube that was picking up traction.
That's true.
Yeah. Where he was doing the same thing he was doing on TikTok, but with a widescreen view. And that's it. He wasn't doing like YouTube news. He was still just talking about TikTok drama, but...
Right.
That was one of those things where I think that was a good episode, but I'm not personally, like... gonna be like, oh yeah, my favorite guest was Connor because he had a funny episode, like,
right.
But yeah, that was
I can say that I'm still a little salty about the whole brother thing, but we're gonna leave that alone.
I wonder if Roomba is still around. I haven't
checked.
I'm gonna go look.
I haven't checked.
I'm gonna see if I can find a Roomba. Let's see if I can locate him. Users.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him, so I guess that answers
He
that.
probably dipped too. So I don't really keep up with Mr. Pillow Soup
Yeah,
that much.
I do because he's a close friend of mine.
That's good for you. But Deadpool, we can cut this out if this is nothing. But Deadpool put a comment at the very bottom of our guest questions about how like episodes don't always age well, and with the comment of remember when Mr. Pillow Suit was okay. What's that about?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like when I read it, and I couldn't remember. I mean, I partially kind of just want to text. Like, as far as I know, Mr. Pillow Suit is fine.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. I was like, does Pillow Suit have the Rona?
Has he done anything controversial? I know, or is he just saying that Mr. Pillow Suit's content is trash? I don't know.
Not that I know. He doesn't do the baby to baby anymore, which I know that.
No, yeah, he is kind of segued into more of his like googly eye content,
right?
And yeah, he's a creator out there trying his best. I talk to him pretty frequently because we're in very similar niches, despite doing completely different things in those niches.
Right.
And also, he's just a fun guy to talk to, as you saw in the Mr. Pillow Suit episode.
Oh, for sure.
Where the only reason it wasn't chaotic was because he was so fun to talk to that you wanted to keep going. You didn't want to sidetrack.
Right.
Sure enough, like when I was on the Unstitched podcast, it was the same deal. He's just an enjoyable person to talk to. That was a great episode. If you guys haven't listened to that, it doesn't actually exist, but you should go check it out. We talk about lonely cow farmers smelling farts. It's a whole good thing.
You always find a way to get around that unspoken gag order.
Yeah, listen, because I hate it. Like, it's great. We even talk about if it's okay to hate certain races. Yeah. Listen, yes, we came to the conclusion of yes, but I promise it's not as bad as it sounds. Yeah, because he did
tieflings.
Those damn tieflings. It's. Listen, I'm just saying that Aasimar clerics are just a bit overdone. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say.
I can see it.
That's not what we meant, but yeah, it's on the right track. So Zoe, I just said that as if I had something to bounce off to, but I don't.
Well, I have something to bounce off to.
What's up?
Oh, so when did we first come up with the idea of doing a D&D podcast?
So it was something that happened during Johnny Song's episode where we talked about doing a one-shot as part of... It might have been before that, but that was kind of when it kind of became serious, where we're like, maybe we should do like a one-shot. And then there was some demand. OSI Deadpool literally offered at one point, we told him no, to up his donation to $200 to make that goal. And we were like, dude, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, and now we're a year into the podcast, and we're actually trying to make that work.
We've segued off into making a full D&D podcast because I had this idea straight up in the middle of the night while I was working overnight one night.
Yes, when you burst forward from your bed and have this moment and go.
No, I was at work, idea. But I mentioned this in the last episode, which you didn't listen to apparently. Still heartbroken. But I got the idea from a podcast called Not Another D&D Podcast, because in both their regular campaign and Trini Vale, which is their side campaign, they have used speaking stones as if they were regular phones by like playing music and stuff. And I was like, what if that was an entire show?
Right.
I've made a lot more developments. For example, a lot of you guys are getting your power from likes and followers, much like real life, but in a fantasy setting. Like, you can learn, people can learn different classes the old-fashioned way. You can learn magic from large amounts of study, or you can get a lot of likes on some of your magic videos.
Okay.
That's kind of the thing.
Powered by the love or dislove of you.
Yeah, exactly. Much like real life.
Oh, yes. Curbing your content in a kind of way.
Yeah, exactly. And that was kind of the idea that slowly developed. Now I don't have an official map, but I have like a mental internal map. I have designed kind of how I want the intro to look. You guys will be going to a convention. That's kind of how we're going to get started. I thought that was a good start because I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, you guys just know each other, because I think it's more interesting to have you guys organically meet each other, because none of your characters are the edgy, I don't trust people kind of people.
Oh no.
Which is so I can have you guys meet without there being like a 5 to 10 episode section where you're like, can I really trust you though?
Oh no.
Like,
no. Bai is totally gonna be best friends with everyone.
yeah, and yeah, like I've created, like, the good news about these characters is that they are so attention hungry by design that they are going to like each other.
Yes.
Even if they don't like each other.
Yes.
And I've just planned so much shit that's not gonna come up in the first like 20 episodes at all. Like, and I'm like, yes,
You're preparing for the long haul.
What?
The long haul you're preparing for.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, the way I'm kind of doing this is I do have a plot, but a lot of my writing style, in the like building the world kind of thing, is I think of all the important characters that I know are gonna come up. Like, I know who the primary villain of the campaign is. I know what they're doing at the start of the campaign. I know what their motives are, but I don't know their entire plan because I can't account for what you guys are going to do.
Well, we're going to interact with the world, how we're going to change
I'm not going to go, yeah, this is what they're going to do, and they can't stop it. I know what he wants to do at the beginning, but you guys could stop that, and he's going to have to make a whole new plan. Or she.
Can I have a question?
You can have a question.
About the big bad.
Yeah.
Are they also an influencer?
Yes.
I love that.
I did not want it to not be an influencer.
No,
I will say this. The original idea was to have it be like a Jake Paul, Logan Paul type, but I decided I didn't like that. The original idea was that they were just going to become like they're basically like an all-powerful demigod, and their power is starting to go to their head, much like Jake Paul and Logan Paul. And I'm not going to say that that's not part of it, but it's definitely not the main idea anymore.
Okay.
But no, I wasn't going to pick a non-influencer for this.
Great. Because when I think of like the big bad, I don't want to taint your vision of the campaign, but when I think of a big bad for influencers, I'm like, oh yes. My mind immediately goes to like the difference between celebrities and social media influencers. And I'm like, the big bad has to be like this, I don't know. My brain is always like, has to be like this super pop idol and like this actor or actress. And then it's just these fucking social media gurus coming in like,
yeah.
Here to thwart your plans.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess I could do something like that.
No, I'm not trying to taint your vision. I'm just saying that's where my mind went first.
I'm not going to give any hints, but let me tell you, like, it's going to take you a good most of the show to get what I've done, but when you realize you're going to be so disappointed and happy at the same time.
Okay.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And the audience is not going to get why I picked what I picked.
No?
No, you'll see. You'll get it. Don't worry. And with that teaser, with all of the little cuts we've done, let's see. I'm trying to think of how far I want to run this episode. Shit. But yeah, no, the podcast, the D&D podcast is an exciting idea because it's something that could actually become a viable, like, option. Whereas this podcast, it can grow, and we might even reach a point where we can like, we're profiting a decent chunk, but I don't think it's ever going to reach that point on its own where we're going to be
niche.
Yeah, it's a very niche podcast, whereas everyone wants a D&D podcast.
Right.
Everyone who likes D&D wants a podcast about it.
Especially now, because D&D is taking off again.
Oh, yeah, and people are acting, like, it's so funny to people who still act like it's a niche hobby, as it slowly but surely has become a mainstream phenomena again.
Right, it's becoming a huge thing, and then there's still people who are like, I've been playing D&D for 15 years. I'm like, that's nice. Good job.
Yeah, cool, whatever.
Good job. Have you heard about my level 7 cleric?
What is this? What is this standard bonus movement and reaction.
Right.
What's in my day, we just had one action.
Right.
Yeah, cool, whatever. What is this proficiency bonus? In my day, we had ranks for everything. Yeah, cool, whatever. Get the fuck over here. This is all too streamlined. Yeah, we want it to fucking make sense to new people. Get your ass down. We want it to go
fast. It's so funny when I talk to people who are like big fans of the like Pathfinder and all that, and I'm like, D&D 5e is more digestible for like new people and like what is the word? Like people who do it just to have fun, like hobbyists, not lifestyleists.
And like, I wouldn't do this podcast in any other edition just because it needs to move quickly and be easy to understand. People don't want to listen to you go, okay, let me look. I got this bonus action move here, so I'm gonna like people like when you can chain cool things together. Sometimes it's cool, but if you have to do that every turn, it loses its luster.
Right. If only the Lonely Boy Hour podcast was like nice and easy to digest and didn't, go off the rails all the time. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine an on the rails podcast?
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Where even are the rails?
Where are the other podcasts?
What other podcasts? I hate us.
Awkward segue, but though, did you see the picture that was posted of the robotic Fido?
Oh yeah,
the new and improved posted by
Fido 2.0. Yeah, that fucking throws my Fido out of the fucking water. I'm so mad.
We have to rethink our design for the new Fido.
Yeah, I'm going to have to build a new Fido. That's the only solution. It's going to have to be this like the most sleek ass thing.
I'm still waiting for the Fido in Burtis.
Ah, yes. Oh, yeah. So am I. So am I.
So are you.
It's a wild time.
Yeah.
Everyone is dying.
Oh, it's literally so many people are dying.
Hey, listen. Thousands of people are dying. No, jokes aside, people are stay home.
Yeah, please. I know that this whole, a lot of places like Texas, they're lifting their quarantines. Listen, nothing will, if you don't have to go out, take another 2 weeks. Take another 2 weeks, just stay inside. You breathe your fresh AC. All right, summer's coming. Just stay inside for 2 more weeks. Come on. You gotta wait out that Rona.
Guys, just knock it off. Just quit your shit. That's all I'm saying.
Just be like the Lonely Boy Hour podcast. We never leave our houses. Yeah.
Like, guys, 84,931 people have died in the U.S.
Yeah. It's your dose of realism.
Yeah, listen, we've gotten like 1.42 million cases. And that is so wild.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is just, hey guys, knock it off.
Yeah. Just don't. Just take a nap, smoke some weed, I don't know, drink some alcohol, do something. Just don't go outside for a little while.
Yeah. So
enjoy isolation for a bit.
Yeah. So basically like 0.3%, like 0.3% of people in the US have got it, which I hate that like people are like, that's not that much. I'm like, dude, if I handed you a bowl of 300 Skittles and I told you one of them was poisonous, you would not fucking eat the bowl, would you?
I mean, I might, because,
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to the idea of being poisoned, but the typical person shouldn't want that.
Yeah, it's just, it's wild.
Yeah. Wash your hands.
That's the thing, because I was telling a customer yesterday about how currently we are at 2.3% of my city's population has COVID-19.
Which is a lot.
He's like, most people are fine. And I'm like, dude, with all of our precautions, with every caution people have taken, we're still at 2%. And again, if I handed you a bowl of Skittles and told you 2 of them were poisonous, probably not going to fuck with it.
Probably not. No.
Listen, stay home.
I just go buy Skittles somewhere else.
Yeah, just
wait for another time.
Yeah, get some. You don't need those Skittles right now, and we don't need that going outside right now. I know it seems tempting. I know.
It is, but I also have this thing of like you're right. We've done all of these things. We've self-quarantined. We've shut down places. We've made people wear masks. We've made people we're reminding people to wash their hands. Wash your hands. What did you learn in middle school, elementary school, preschool, kindergarten? Wash your fucking hands, people. But what I'm saying is, you're right. We've done all these things, and still people are getting sick. Still people are dying. So people need to
imagine, if we didn't.
Imagine what would happen if at the beginning of this we were like, oh, it's just the flu. We would 50%, more than 50%. We would be in a really bad situation. It's crazy.
Yeah. So listeners, hey, Grizz, stay at home if you can.
Stay inside.
Deadpool. Yeah. I worry about you.
Yeah.
You were just hurt the other day. I'm not gonna dox you, but you had me worried for a minute.
Yeah.
Even non-patrons, Vampire Taco, Wup Merp.
Yeah.
We're worried about
all
you.
Our guests. Okay? We're worried about you. Stay inside.
Yeah, Dadley, you're the best co-host I've never had. You've never been on the show.
I know. We need to do the episode. He needs to finally get on the podcast.
I'm literally just going down our Discord server. SDan177. It was really fun meeting you at TikTok Takes Tennessee like a year ago, but now you need to stay inside, okay, bud? Okay. Kate, ranting my way through life. I don't even know if you still listen to the show, but stay inside. This is where I just call out all our guests, all our fans. Jippy the Giant.
Jippy, stay inside.
Dearest Jips. Blue and Geeky Pink, my favorite mods in the entire world.
Stay inside.
Archer's is also one of my mods. I didn't realize she was in this. She used to be a patron. I should have known that she was here. Archer, you are the best mod team in the world, and I need you guys, or I might die. So I need you guys to stay inside.
And if you have to go out, if you are an essential employee, I'm looking at nurses,
like
I'm looking at retailers, I'm looking at people that are essential. Wash your hands, wear masks. Thank you for doing what you're doing. Please stay safe. Take a shower when you get home. Try not to touch your face. I believe in y'all. We're gonna make it through this. Humans are like cockroaches of the planet. We don't die. Look at all the things that have tried to extinct us at this point. Like we're gonna survive. We just need to take the necessary precautions.
Yeah. And I can't think of a better moment to wrap up our show.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening so much. We really do appreciate you guys so much. We have a lot of voicemails, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna just play some right here. I'm not even gonna play it for us because I didn't get any ready.
Okay.
Hey, I got a question. Is your fridge running?
Hello. Do you like podcasts? Let me suggest the Lonely Boy Hour. Wait. Better yet, let me suggest the Lonely Boy Hour. The only podcast left after the Great Podcast 4. All other records have been wiped clean. Have a good day.
So, this is Luna Moon Princess. I listened to episode 17 with Ian ZG, and found out you guys haven't gotten a single voicemail yet, and I'm just like, let me leave you guys your first voicemail. Trezu Senpai, hi. You didn't have to give me a shout out, but I love you anyway. Noodle Doodler. The fuck, man. Just the fuck. I have no filter as well, so yeah, whatever. I don't really, yeah. So there's your first, oh my god. I can't fucking talk. There's your first voicemail, guys. And yeah, whatever. Just make sure you guys stay safe, healthy, Trezzy, drink some fucking water. Noodle Doodler. I don't know. Boop.
So that was some good shit posting, am I right, Zoe?
Yeah.
And listen,
Solid.
You guys are the absolute best, guys. If you want to leave us voicemails, we love them. I listen to every last one of them. I've not listened to one, even if it was bad, which some of them were. Thank you, Jay the Fae.
I missed the ones from last episode.
852-6066. That's 615-852-6066. Guys, if you want to help us on Patreon, you get some cool stuff. You get the episodes a day early. You get Untitled bonus show where we talk about how we want to make what we want our bonus show to be like on our bonus show. You can get your own. Basically, we have a direct line. Like, Deadpool has a direct line to us that no one else can use.
Yes.
Listen, it's every bit helps. We have hosting fees. I spend a lot of time on this show. Zoe occasionally spends some time on this show, and it does mean a lot to me.
Yeah. Sometimes I do work.
It helps us make other projects. Like I'm using some of the money I'm getting from this show to fund some of the stuff for the D&D show, like hiring the voice actor until the show starts making its own money.
Yeah.
So it does help a lot, guys. If you want to email us, just anything you want us to sponsor you want us. We didn't do an ad break. This wasn't the show for that. No. I guess
this is the nostalgia and also take care of yourself.
This is. If you want to leave us an email about sponsorships, or you just want to talk, you just want to send us some shit posts. Yeah. We've gotten so many good shit posts. Timmy the Mute sent us an actual lawsuit.
Nice.
That was a while ago.
I know it was. I still
it was so great. lonelyboyhour@gmail.com. Guys, I am
just gmail.com.
the noodle dude. I swear, Zoe.
I lied. That is my least favorite joke of the show.
You do it! Why are you the cause of all of your least favorite jokes?
Because I know that the listeners out there, they love it.
They need it.
They need it.
I need it. So, Jesus. I'm the Noodle Doodler. You can find me, just search up the Noodle Doodler. You'll find me on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitch, on fucking famousbirthdays.com, #flex on the haters. Side note, I still need my birthday to be fixed.
It's still wrong?
It's still wrong. Wow. June 22nd, 1998. Can someone please tell Famous Birthdays to fix it or fix it?
We should do a special episode in June for our birthdays, because mine's June 4th.
And mine's June 22nd. We should do
some kind of.
We'll get Dadley J. Jenkins in there. We'll get drunk. That'll be the one.
That sounds like a great time.
It was supposed to happen on my 21st birthday, but on my 21st birthday, you, myself, Kate of Ranting My Way Through Life, and Dadley J. Jenkins got really drunk while watching The Road to El Dorado.
Yeah,
it was a great time. It was a delightful night. Dadley J. Jenkins pre-gamed a little too hard.
Too hard, yeah.
Yeah, he was like already a little drunk when he showed up, and then we're like, "Buddy, buckle the fuck up. This is gonna be rough." And then at the beginning, like he was taking gulps while we were taking sips because he still didn't figure out how intense this drinking game was gonna be.
Yeah,
that was a
good time.
Yeah. Anyway, Zoe, you show your stuff.
Oh yeah, you can find me pretty much everywhere under Tragedy. If you're interested in lit content, though, I've started doing new lit content on Instagram and Twitter. It's at Toasted Traz, but trash, but with a Z. It's good. It's good. It's my high thoughts. So if you're interested.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that brings us to. So first of all, we have some songs on the show. We didn't have an ad break this week, but when we do. It is Focused on Myself by Gloria Tells. Our intro song is Happy School by Joseph Falkenskuld, unless I chose to do something different for our 1-year anniversary, in which case I don't know who it was that we went with. Guys, which brings us directly into our song recommendation, and I'm going to be diving headfirst into part 2 of my attempt to get the YouTuber Scottoon Network onto our show. So Zoe missed this, but there's this guy who makes ska covers of songs. And I don't know if you are a big fan of ska, Zoe, but I am. He makes some fucking lit ska covers of songs, and I really want him on our podcast. So I'm just gonna keep talking about him until I can contact him. So last week I did Shoulder It from on Spotify. This week I'm gonna go with Cold Raviolis. These are both covers, of course. They're on his ska album Pick It the Fuck Up.
Ooh.
It's a pretty good, like I said, if you guys want to find good stuff on YouTube, he has the fucking best version of Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. I genuinely like it more than I like Billie Eilish's version.
I like Billie Eilish a lot, so
I will send you the link. After the podcast, I will send you the link and I will listen to your reaction.
Okay.
Actually, I just play it in the fucking server. Anyway, guys, Zoe, recommend a song.
I'm recommending "Lonely Together" by Avicii. I think it's a very good quarantine song.
That's a good song.
Yeah, I've been listening to it a lot on repeat.
It fucking slaps.
It's a great song.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to our entire year anniversary.
It's crazy.
Go out there. If you are feeling symptoms, make sure to go out and get yourself tested for COVID-19. The sooner you know, the more precautions you can take.
Yeah, and your body needs water to stay healthy, so hydrate or dihydrate.
Bye!
Bye!